Welcome back. We're exploring the concept of oneness once again. This is part 2 of the video series All is One. Today we're going to be talking about key principles of how the perception of all is one is manifest within each chakra. To begin with, we have 7 chakras within our body. These are the 7 main energy points, and each one correlates to a specific organ within our body that is responsible for the production of hormones, as you can see on the picture showing on the screen right now. Within each and every chakra you have a different perception of oneness and how everything is interconnected. Today I would like to focus upon the differences between the heart chakra and third eye, located here and here. The perception of all is one from the level of the heart begins with the realization that everything is connected, that all is one, but not from the perception of ultimate unity of oneness, but rather from the perception of interconnectedness of nature. You see that everything is God, but at the same time you realize that everything is connected to God. You don't see it all as a one infinite unity. You see it more like every being connected in a web of things within the creation that is God. Whereas when you move yourself within the realms of the third eye, what you're gonna see is you're gonna perceive the reality as ultimate, absolute oneness. There is no separation in any way, shape or form. All the walls that you see, the bed, the humans around you, they are all one, because it's all just a vibration, energy pattern which resonates at a certain frequency. And by choosing to expand your consciousness, what you're gonna find is that all of that which you perceive outside of you is just a reflection of that which is inside of you. As one of the key principles of alchemy states, as above, so below, as within, so without. So all that which you perceive is just a reflection of your mental state. And the universe within itself is mental. And so all that surrounds you, all that you perceive to be around you is just a reflection of your mental structures, of your belief systems, and the way you have chosen to structure your thought patterns. And so if you wish to change the reality and the way everything unfolds around you, you do not change the world, because that's just you trying to force the world to be different than it is. But you are the one creating the world from within yourself. And so what is important is that you realize that by changing within yourself, you are changing your creation, because that which surrounds you is just your creation. And the more you interact with your own creation, the deeper you go into it. Whatever states you're exploring within your current creation, by choosing to interact with it, you're going deeper into it. But if you're not interested in the creation and in the emotions that you're currently experiencing, all you gotta do, my friend, is look within yourself. Once you look within yourself, you can change from within, and by changing from within, you're going to change your vibrational pattern, and so you're going to change all that which surrounds you. Things are going to change automatically, spontaneously, because you are going to be different. Your thoughts, your actions, and your words are going to change. Therefore, you're going to be creating a different reality. Plotinus, the man that was responsible for the main development of Neoplatonism, have said, "The one is the source of all being and of all existence, and is therefore absolute." In this case, the one can be referred to the consciousness, but not the collapsed, localized self-consciousness that resides within the body. It talks about the absolute, the infinite. And so the absolute expansion of awareness is required in order to achieve that state. But it is you. At essence, you are the absolute, and by choosing to expand your consciousness, you come to the realization that all is one, first on the level of the heart, and then that all is one from the level of oneness, that there is no separation in anything, and that all things are perceived are one thing. Hinduism is known for its many different gods that different people worship, but we can read within it, there is only one God, not the second, not at all, not in the least bit. Upanishads. And so the idea that there are many gods is just a certain construct that we play with, because the infinite itself is infinite, it's absolute, it has all of the aspects within itself, and so in order to be able to interact with the absolute in any way, shape or form, what we do is we draw certain aspects of creation that we are interested in experiencing, in embodying within our daily life. Because by choosing to work with certain face of God, with certain personification of the Absolute, what we do is we draw that energy into ourselves. And when we draw that energy within ourselves, we move closer to it. We liken ourselves to it, and our character begins to change. It begins to align itself with the higher, with the divinity that we choose to work with. And so, my friend, it is important to recognize that you are God. Maybe you do not have the perception of being God, but as you choose to work with divinity, eventually you surrender your will to divinity absolutely. And the moment you do, you realize that you are it. Because by choosing to fully surrender to it, you give up your own will and its will becomes your will. And by that fact, there is no difference nor separation from it. And so you are it. You let go of all the limiting beliefs. You let go of all the thought patterns and structures that were making you separate from it. And you realize that it is one thing. As you expand your consciousness ever more, you realize that you're God, and then your journey to the infinite begins, where you dissolve the body through the elements of all is one. And so as we work towards the unification with the infinite, as we expand our awareness and make this world our own playground, we start to realize that we are able to shape and change and move beyond just the physicality. The moment we allow ourselves to make this physicality our playground, and as we start to expand our consciousness from the level of the crown and third eye, we realize that there is more than just the physicality. First glimpses of more, let's just call it, begin on the level of the heart. This is where you become aware of the infinite nature of God. But as you move through the higher chakras, you realize that you as the consciousness, you as the awareness that doesn't require the physical body as the vehicle at all times, can move beyond and expand into different realms of existence. For example, within the Hinduism tradition, you have the idea of Brahman. If I remember correctly, Brahman is all of existence. And he is the one creating all and sustaining it all. And it is him alone. And so Brahman itself would be the absolute in this case. It's another name for it. He's the one sustaining it. But once you expand your awareness and consciousness to the level of Brahman, then you will see, you will be the entire universe itself. You will see all of the universes and all of the infinite realities within which your body exists. But this exact idea is also represented in Taoism. Within Taoism, we can read, the Tao is the absolute and the ultimate source of all existence, Lao Tzu. And so, yet again, my friend, we have come to an end, to yet another episode where we are exploring different ideas of all is one. Join me again in the next episode to explore more fundamental ideas and concepts of unity. Quick note, my friend, I do energy healing sessions, online teachings, one-to-one sessions, as well as workshops online. So if you're interested in any of the topics of spirituality and going beyond just the physicality, wanting to expand your awareness, click the link down in the description below. I'll see you there. Blessings be upon you, my friend.